Hey guys, January the 28th here in central Illinois. Had an absolute heat wave today, 40 degrees, was fantastic. I got a haircut, got my hooves trimmed, did my 2 mile walk and playing trains. So all in all, not a bad day. But what I wanted to show you quickly was basically my complete and total collection of pre-war European. And what I've got here is a Bing for Basset-Lowke George V clockwork. And I picked this up in our travels to England a long time ago. Here again in London at a place called Steamage. And this is an early one. My English associate has told me that this predates the First World War. So German toys were real big in Britain at that time, and the First World War kind of put an end to it. But of course, Bing made more stuff for Basset-Lowke after the war. But then in the early 30s, I believe, they folded up production and they moved to Great Britain. They were Jewish and they could see the handwriting on the wall. And I believe Basset-Lowke helped get them to immigrate into Great Britain. And then the Bing brothers, I believe they created Twix Twin, that kind of stuff. The Bing Tabletop Railway, which was HO. But everything that we're looking at here in this setup is pre-war Bing, and that, of course, is Hornby. And the other stuff I have sitting here, I believe, is all pre-war. Of course, that's the Hornby there. This is KB, and it says made in Bavaria, so that would be before the war. In fact, I think KB bought some of Bing's dies or took over some of their manufacturing when they left for England. That is a Hornby, and I think it's a #1 lumber car. I used to know all this stuff. I don't know it at all now, but that one is pre-war. This is an early Hornby crane with the drop link couplers. And the other one I've got is this little Hornby here. And I think it's pre-war, but I would not put my hand on the Bible and swear it to be so. But I think it is. And that is the extent of what I've got in real pre-war European and O-gauge. And believe it or not, at one time, I had actually thought about building a clockwork layout because it was kind of cool. But I can understand why clockwork was finally surpassed by electricity. You can get it to stop anywhere you want to. So it's a little bit more believable. But this is a good running little outfit. We'll give it a quick spin around the track and hopefully the spring won't blow up. Push the clutch in, and off we go. Always slows it down on the curves, but the curves offer the greatest resistance. Once around here, once it gets back to me, it's 50 feet. And that is pretty much it. Now, if I were to probably pull off 3 or 4 cars, it would come all the way back around here. So that's it for my fantastic clockwork European. This puppy right here, the green one, now that's a Carlette. I believe that's how you pronounce it. That's clockwork. And that's also, it's a tank engine for Basset-Lowke. And I run it every once in a while up on the top on the 1 gauge. It's kind of a cool running outfit. Standard gauge on a spring, basically. All right, the other thing we're going to talk about is I had a couple of you guys suggest that you thought that the 42 door looked the best. Well, this is what I've done. I had 3 ways of mounting this. I could just take and screw it to the thing, and then cut out a hole for the door window. But since it's embossed, that kind of makes everything puckery. I could have cut everything out, dropped the door in, and soldered it. But the problem I had with that is if I wanted to leave it brass, then I had to mask it. Or I could cut everything out and drill it and bolt it to the side. Well, that's what I did. I had me a practice piece. There's my 42 door. Hopefully that's coming. In my eyes, it doesn't even look like it's clear, but you can see I got 2 screws in it, and it's cut out in the back so that the embossing is not laying on the tin. And that's what I plan on doing with this. I believe I have a 3/16 inch piece of key stock that I will put up here to the side as a guide. I could push the door all the way over, but I really don't want to do that. I'd like to have a little bit of space between it. So if the 3/16 is around here, I'll use that as the stop. Then I'll take and, of course, I'll put the bottom of the door at the bottom, and I'll do to the side of the cab what I did here. You can see the outline, how I drew it. I'll draw that on the side, and then of course where the window is, that is an inch. So I'll cut out an inch, and I want to make sure that I stay just a little bit bigger than the arch of that window, and then follow it all the way down. It has to, because there isn't a whole lot of material here to grab, so it's got to stay. I gotta have some material so that we're not riding right up to the edge. But that's what I think I'm going to do with it. Just takes a little bit extra work, but I think it can be done. I like the idea that once I get this on here, get it centered and cut out and everything the way I want it, I can then spray paint it. I can then buff the brass to a high shine and put some polyurethane on it. And when we're ready to assemble the cab, we just bolt it together, and we'll have it ready to rock and roll. So that's what we're looking at on here. I agree with those who said the 42 looks the best, because definitely the 256 is just, it's too damn puny. So that's where we're at, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed the clockwork. As you can see, I got to go down to the other end to bring it back. But it's a lot of fun to run every once in a while, and that's what I do. So you guys have a good rest of the week. We'll catch you later. Toodaloo.